What it is, what it do. We are live from the Jack Simpson Gymnasium. Joshua, Adam, William Arbuthnot with Jermaine, J.C. Cummings as we welcome in the Red Deer College Kings to take on the reigning, defending, six-time defending ACAC champions. Acknowledge them. They are also your CCA national champions, the men of Troy, the SAIT Trojans.
When the bullseye on your back, Josh, as big as it is for these SAIT Trojans, you know you're going to get everyone's best game every day out. I'm sure this afternoon will be no different. Like you said, six-time provincial champions, national champions as well. Everyone's going to give you your best shot. Let's see if this year's Trojans are ready for it.
They have the biggest target on their back. Maybe the most prolific team in basketball in Canada in the last half decade. And now a new face on that bench with Matt Delaney, the legendary Marty Berkey's out. Charlie Connor, he's off the court and onto the bench, and a few new names for this Trojans team.
Old faces, new places. Guys we saw suit up last year and really will this team to championship glory. Now on the bench calling the shots. We're going to see if those string puppet masters, if you will, Josh, get their guys in the right place and get this almost completely new Trojan squad back to the promised land where they belong. That's atop the ACAC.
Now let's throw it down to Michael Mahoney, the golden voice, for the introduction for your CCA national champions, six-time ACAC champions, the men of Troy, the SAIT Trojans.
And this other fans, we ask you to respond to your parents and join us in the party volcano.
What it do? About half a year ago, the SAIT Trojans played on this court and ended a dynasty with a national championships and saw Coach Marty Berkey ride into the sunset. And same with Charlie Connor. Now Charlie sits on that bench. Marty retired and happy, and the SAIT Trojans look to continue their legacy under new management.
Under new management, new with an asterisk, Josh, because as we've got Coach Matt Daly at the helm this year, granted new to the head coaching role, but far from new from the program, Josh. He was enveloped. He's going to look for him to imply those same values and things that were so important to past championship Trojan teams to this team as well. It's in good hands with Coach Matt Daly.
And also Pat Bollitt and Pat Troy, also part of the system. So like you said, the foundation there for the Trojans is still part of it, but a few new names on this Trojans team, but one that we're so used to seeing, the man with the rock right now, Marcus Masters.
Marcus Masters, Josh, unbelievable play in last year's championship run. If you were here last year, you know the kind of effect he has on the game. In the driver's seat, the big chair this season, Josh, being the floor general. Let's see how his boys follow suit.
You can put on the board to start the season for the men of Troy, Kowal. So nice, you got to say it twice, but you might want to say it 3 times as he knocks down the tray.
Yeah, he does, Josh. We saw how good he was in the post last year. How about starting off this season with a long-range game, showing you he's been in the lab this offseason working on that jet.
Red Deer trying to answer back with a 3. And Moeller comes and knocks down a tray to am right back at the Trojans.
Not to be outdone, Bernardo Moeller stepping into a 3 of his own, showing you he's got a flamethrower as well.
And newcomer Will Tawn tried to go in there, and he's not able to get it. Brazeau Jr. Give it back to Bowler. How's about back-to-back 3s for Moeller?
Not even putting the ball on the floor either, Josh. Getting that thing up, instantly putting the job and getting to go, Josh. He has got it going on.
And then Kowal comes back with a smooth finish in his own right.
You think Kowal took that personal? I think he did, Josh. So if you can get 2 Joes to go, let me go ahead and get that second basket to go as well. It's Moeller, it's Kowal head-to-head here to start this game out.
Yeah, much like the women when they were in Red Deer, the SAIT Trojans didn't fare much better in Red Deer in that beautiful new complex in Red Deer. They took an L in that one and hoping to defend home court and pick up a W. 6-5 right now. Moeller has 2 3s and he has the rock. Is it 3 in a row for Moeller? No, he misses that one. And the rebound by the Trojans by a newcomer to 2, a call. It's Olawabi, throws it up, slam dunk, Will Tawn.
As soon as Olawabi got a look, Will Tawn going baseline, made that eye contact up from Olawabi and down from Tawn. We'd love to see it.
7-6. Defense picking up for the Trojans. Handling the rock right now, Luke. He goes up and not able to get it. He's fouled and be fouled by the man that just had that alley, Will Tawn.
Yeah, Josh. Will Tawn is so long and rangy as Tawn. We saw a lot of times last year. This time now doing it this season for the SAIT Trojans. That's a good job there out of DeAndre Rowe, recognizing he has that height disadvantage. What do? Put it into the chest of the defender, draw that contact, find yourself at the free throw line.
And man luck, able to knock down the first one. And you mentioned at the beginning, Jermaine, you know, there's already a target on the Trojans' back when they were defending ACAC champions. Now over a half decade of that, but now you're the national champions. That gets even bigger.
Yeah, and that is kind of inherited, Josh, by all the new faces. Like you said, this is a completely different looking SAIT Trojans team than we're used to seeing before, but the stakes remain the same. Everyone coming into the program for the first time realizes what it means to be a SAIT Trojan, Josh, what that entails. Hard work, good play, not only, we got a fast break here.
Good job there, pausing down there, and Brazeau Jr. able to knock down that one.
Yeah, cut me off, but like I was saying, Josh, the stakes remain the same regardless of players. Got to come here and produce.
Brazeau Jr. throws the turnover right there. DeAndre Rowe trying to chase that one down.
Offsetting full court pressure here. I like what I'm seeing here from Red Deer. They've done a good job forcing turnovers with this full court press. Starting out the game with a good look.
We saw a little bit of a press from the women Red Deer squad, and the men following it as well. Try to get it to Kowal, and another turnover. That one stolen away by McGregor Mindluke. Going for a 3. That'll be their 3rd in a row, and they knock it down as IMU able to get a tray, and now it's 3 3s early on here in the first 3 minutes by Red Deer.
So playing right into the hands of the Red Deer defense, Josh. As you see, stopping the ball at the half-court line, creating a turnover time and time again. Not that time, but great job from Red Deer at that half-court hash mark, making sure those passes get intercepted, turning into 2 points on the other end.
And Josh Lawrence will check in from London, Ontario. A lot of freshmen on this team you talked about, Jermaine. A lot of new faces for this Trojan squad.
Absolutely. And as I said, new faces, same old expectations of nothing but excellence.
How about Double M? Can't get that one to go. And Bizarro Jr. getting the rebound. Passed ahead to IMU. Rowe. Guarded by Kowal. 13-7 right now. Rowe dishes in the corner. IMU cuts it back. Tried to find Moeller, who already has 2 threes in this game. Ball goes out, 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Kings.
Yeah, good closeout there on Efe Iyamu. We've known he's been able to knock down a 3. He's got 1 in this game so far. Didn't get a clean look that time, and almost creating a turnover with 5 seconds left.
IMU for the 3. Bullseye. 4 trays now for the Kings.
Yeah, look at Efe, man. Not only can he catch and shoot shots, but create for himself as well. Puts it on the floor, elevates and able to get another 3 to go down is Iyamu.
The wall almost gets stuck in the backcourt there. Gets it down to Masters. Masters trying to find some room, cutting through. Finds a little gap, gets in. How's about some smooth jelly than that from Double M's?
If you know Masters, Josh, you know he is a master of getting his shot off amongst the trees. Does it there with a little in and out. Push dribble, gets to the hoop. Easy too.
Kowal leads the break off that rebound. Gets it ahead to Kowal. He's got some daylight. Kowal in the lane. Smooth finger roll for 2.
Head of steam, made his decision as soon as he crossed half court. I'm going to the hoop. Red Deer doesn't pick him up. Kowal makes him pay with an easy left.
Good court vision there by Kowal. Olawabi on Rowe. Rowe goes around, spins off. Pass it back to IMU. Guarded by Masters. Crossover, step back for the 3. Knocks down another tray.
You're going to learn today, Josh. Efe Iyamu knows what to do from long range. As I said, he's got that catch and shoot, and he can also create for himself. Double step back, collects, knocks that thing down. Got to go.
IMU is just nominated. Speaking of, almost had a big-time dunk there. Tutu Akal trying to make his presence known. But he'll go to the line and shoot. But I'm on you right now, talking about Efe. This whole Red Deer team doing a really good job of spacing the floor and hitting those 3s.
That they are, Josh. And you look at the scouting report, you look at Efe, you know he can make it happen from mid-range. But he's showing you here in 2023, Josh, he's going to get that flamethrower going from long range and not only catch and shoot, but creating, knows what to do, elevates over the defender as well. You got to come see him now if you're saying he's making sure you know who he is from long range.
19-11 right now is Tutu Akal. Can't get that one to go down. One of the new Trojans on this team.
Yeah, Tutu, long, rangy, 6'6", Josh, long arms as well. Loves to use them. You saw as he went baseline, almost against that flush to go down. Loves to attack, and you know they're going to need that kind of great type of offense here to SAIT Trojans.
Saw a little bit of him at Nationals. Obviously played Holland, so he played against the Trojans on their run to Nationals last year.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe he was rizzed, would you say, maybe by the SAIT Trojans. Came and said, you know what, I wouldn't mind going over there myself. Glad to have Tutu aboard.
Missed 3 there and rebound by Masters. Halfway through this first quarter, Efe playing tight on Masters. Kowal at the top, trying to find some room. Banging, swinging, going up strong. Kowal.
Yeah, lulls the defense to sleep with a couple pump dribbles, Josh, and just one step at a time. Works his way baseline and goes up with the right. Like what we're seeing here from Kowal, creating for himself off the dribble.
Lowe trying to set the offense up now for the Kings. Gets it down low. Back for another 3. Can't get that one to go. Back-to-back missed 3s now for Red Deer. Passed ahead. Nice catch there by Masters. Then he goes for the tray. Boom! Double M from downtown.
There's one man you've got to find in transition. It is indeed Marcus Masters. A little too late there was Rowe. Made him pay as Masters as he gets the triple to go down.
And good defense there. Trojans leading it up. How's about an alley? and a foul, but gets the rebound and knocks it in. Amon Walker, another returning Trojan.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about him off top, Josh, but you know it would be a matter of time before he made himself shown. Amon Walker, unbelievable swingman play, great down low, also good decisions in transition, like you just saw right there.
Effie going for another three. That one's not going to go down. But you got to get the rebound. Trojans don't get it. And then there's going to be a foul. It looks to be against Walabe, and that'll bring up Walters to shoot at the line.
All right, see how the coverage now has changed on Iyamu, Josh. Call doing a good job staying within a couple inches of him, making sure that if he does get a shot off, he's not going to do a clean look, which you got to see on the defensive side.
Four-year veteran Jaden Matthews checking in from Edmonton, Alberta, getting his first look here at the Jack as a Trojan. Quick stoppage and play here.
Got to get that jersey in. Happens sometimes. You get playing hard, that thing pops out, but don't worry, officials always going to be there to remind you. Tuck it in. Got to look at it.
Trying to get through Walker, pass it ahead to Matthews. Here's Kowal to the lane.
Yikes!
Slam dunk!
Had that look in his eyes, Josh. One collect dribble, releases with that left and unrolls on the rim. Call. Not only has he got the range going, Josh, he can make you pay at the orange as well.
Kowal has his eyes on hitting it hard every time. How's about hitting it hard every time? Rosario Jr. doing a good job right there.
Right out of the textbook, all the way from Sao Paulo to Brazil to Northwest Calgary, Josh. As Jr. gets that to go with an old school move over the right.
It almost seems traditional at this point that we see a Brazilian in the ACAC. Obviously, Guillermo Fouquet, one of the legendary players, played down in Medhat, and now we're getting to see another tough Brazilian in the ACAC.
Hey, everyone knows about that Sao Paulo to Calgary pipeline, Josh. It's well renowned, right?
Yes, indeed.
Man, early on in this game, how about Kowal? Seeing everything from him early on. We knew about his proficiency around the hoop in past seasons, Josh, but when he started this game out, creating a three and knocking it down, I'm like, this guy is on a new level here for 2023, just in time for Coach Daly. You know he's going to be a big part.
Yeah, you got to love what you're seeing right there from Kowal. Just the way I was talking to, he's attacking the rim every time he's going, whether it be a dunk or not. But Kowal picked him. He saw it a lot in the Nationals. He really, really grew as a player. That he was already good beforehand, but in Nationals, obviously, you had Charlie Connor, you had Marcus Masters. But Kowal, as those Nationals were going on, really stepped up his game. And you see in the summer, it's only gotten better.
Yeah, and he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot more this season, Josh. Not so many just only rim runs like we saw last season. He's going to be looking to create it for himself. Look out now.
Slam dunk! Josh Lawrence.
Josh Lawrence wants to get him some, Josh. Right now, the St. Trojans attacking the rim, putting a hurting on that thing. You love the aggression.
In the corner for three. And Red Deer could hit everything, and now nothing from downtown.
Yeah, I tell you what. When it rains, it pours. You see Marcus Masters.
Marcus Masters, the Jelly Master.
Come on, Josh. Seeks out contact, creates that contact, thrives after that contact. Once again, Marcus Masters showing you why he's an elite offensive talent.
Marcus Masters was, well, there's no doubt about it. You heard the whispers. There was lots of people that wanted his talents for his final senior year, and he came back here to defend the crown of the SAIT Trojans.
Yeah, who wouldn't, Josh? You know you've seen the great ball play from him earlier on, able to involve his teammates, able to get himself going, as we know, and once again decided to stay here at SAIT, where his talents are most appreciated, I would say, Josh, and heading this team this year is Marcus Masters.
The Masters would take a well-deserved break. Trojans were down at one point, Jermaine, 12-11, but since then, really getting a run, almost a 20-point swing.
Couple transition buckets, couple dunks as well. Kind of works on the psyche of the team. Is how about, who do we look at, Josh? Jaden Matthews stepping in, taking that charge. That's one thing you know you're going to do if you're playing for the SAIT Trojans. You're going to take some charges, and we see Matthews fitting right in, taking one right there.
Another Trojan, McCasey Allen, familiar face, so another one of the returning Trojans, Damon Walker in the back. And here is McCasey. It's it back to the veteran Jaden Matthews. And they'll reset here. Josh Lawrence had that dunk earlier. Guarded heavily by another veteran in Wisdom.
Oh, look at Amon Walker.
Amon Walker, he can't finish up. A nice rebound there, and finished right there by Will Tong.
6'9", Josh, and Tong using every inch of that to get that second chance opportunity. Amon Walker bulldozing his way to the hoop. Tong finishing it off.
And then a take there by Effie, who started off so hot and will go to the line. Saw him have that flamethrower earlier, but right now he'll go to the line and try to calm things down for the Kings.
Adjustment's a name of the game. When you're able to knock down from 40, where we saw Effie knock him down, that's a good job by guys like Quall and Matthews on the perimeter, tightening the screen a little bit, forcing him to put it on the floor and make something happen in the painted area.
Can't get that first free throw to connect. And, you know, how's about the three-point shooting? They started off as a perfect 5 for 6, and since then have not been able to make their last 6.
Yeah, just goes to show you, adjustments abound.
An even more impressive stat, Jermaine. What are we seeing here?
Now it looks like we got a technical foul on the Red Deer bench.
Coach Foster.
Not too sure what happened, couldn't hear it, but one of those magic words may have made its way out of that bench. Official picked it up and throws out that tee real quick.
I was going to say, too, the Trojans, Jermaine, are shooting a staggering 80% from the field.
I tell you what, Josh, 4 of those have been the most efficient shot in the game of basketball, sir. And that is the dunk, rattling that orange. That's what you want every time. Right now, shooting so well are the SAIT Trojans, and a team like Red Deer who came out so hot from long range and had a good start. Trojans now starting to pick up on things early in this first and seeing if they can set the tone from here on out.
You know, like I mentioned, they started 5 of 6, and since then, 0 of 6, and the Trojans really been picking up. And the bench has been playing a big factor for the Trojans.
Yeah, Josh, we're not too sure what a bench is going to be able to provide, especially in the first home game of the season. But everyone looking to be right in cue here as the bench doing their thing.
Taron can't get a good job there by Rose, standing tall. Wisdom goes up. He can't get the layup. Allen gets the rebound. Now cutting through the lane. Matthews in the corner. Olawabi. Sorry, that's Ja right there. Another newcomer. How's about this to the hole? Beautiful take right there by Jaden Matthews.
Jaden holds that thing out on a platter, Josh, like the Statue of Liberty, keeps the righty up and finishes with the finesse at the hoop. You love to see it.
And then I think we're going to call it goaltending right there. So the Trojans bringing a lot off their bench, it seems to see here. And Wine Ranch will check in for Red Deer at Springbrook, Alberta. In under a minute, and like I talked about, Jermaine, it has been a swing. It was 19-11, and since then, just 3 points scored by the Kings.
Yeah, and the most impressive part, Josh, is this is coming by guys who haven't been playing together for a whole season or anything like that. They're starting to look like it. Guys who are new to the program are fitting right in. That goes to show you they had some real effective, purposeful practices, and now they're implementing that here on the floor. That's what you love to see at the beginning of the season.
And this guy so far has been all over the court as Jaden Matthews. Gets it down low to Ton. Ton, he showed some impressive offensive prowess so far, trying to go one-on-one. Allen comes around as the shot clock is winding down. Gets it in the corner for 3 by Ja, and Ja can't get it to go. Ton gets the rebound. He can't get a second chance. Has about Ja coming in. He can't get it, and the Kings come back with it and avoid going down by even more. Gets it around, stolen away by the Trojans. That's Lawrence. Lawrence going coast to coast, gets picked off there by Wisdom. He gets it ahead, and the Trojans try to get their hands on it as McCasey Allen gets up and knocks it away.
All right, windshield wiper pace here to end off the first, Josh, but like what you're seeing from both teams here defensively, 9.7 now on the clock. Plenty of time for Red Deer to good look. You know they at least need to get one last good look here to end off this quarter. That's kind of got away from them late.
9.7 left here. Gets it inside, it's Weinrench at the top. Loses it, gets it back. Eskin is a door. He tries to pass it off. He almost loses it. And that will wind down an interesting quarter as the Trojans really flex themselves as the defending champions lead the Kings 33-22.
Wow, Josh, got to be impressed with this first look here, first home look at the SAIT Trojans team. Tons of new faces, same old expectations. Good first quarter for them.
You're watching ACAC TV, powered by WorldPlay. quick look at the stats here. Trojans shoot 13 of 18 to shoot 72% in that first quarter. Red Deer, not too bad, 7 of 16 for 43, but it was the three that changed the game. Started off 5 of 6, like I mentioned, Jermaine. There's another turnover. Let's talk about that really quick as the Trojans regained the ball. But Red Deer just couldn't hit threes in the second half of that quarter.
Yeah, Coach. If I'm Coach Jadell Foster, Josh, one thing I'm trying to impress on my Red Deer Kings, is we have got to do a better job taking care of the basketball on the offensive side. The turnovers right now that SAIT are creating are turning into easy points on the other end, and those are backbreakers to your defense.
I want to talk, too, about the freshman who doesn't seem like a freshman in Will Tong, who has been on every rebound. Whether he gets it or not, he is in every single play. And you've got to assume Coach Daly loves what he's seen from Will Tong.
Yeah, no doubt, Josh. As soon as the ball goes up, Tong is making those swim moves, getting through any kind of roadblocks on his way to the basket, and giving his team an opportunity. As you see the floater go down there for Rowe, But yes, like you said, Josh, Tong's great offensive play, continued effort on the offensive side is going to get him minutes down low.
That's about him right there. Try to get the alley for him, and Barzo Jr. steals it away. Here's Effie. He goes up, tries to get it to go. He can't get it. Tong try to get the rebound. Effie goes up again, second chance, and Effie continues his strong play.
Yeah, Iamu right now, the only one really making any kind of consistent noise for the Red Deer Kings. He's going to have to come out of his shell even more here in this half. We're going to need that offensive production as a kind of stuttering here to start out the game.
Iamu right now leading the way in points for this Red Deer squad, and 4 of 7 shooting right now for Iamu. Oh, and then a easy turnover. Can't be doing that. And then laid in for 2 is Luke steals it away, and Red Deer coming out of this quarter with a fury.
Yeah, Mac just kind of baiting the defense into that pass, steps in, gets that pick 6, and able to go the other way for 2 easy ones.
And you kind of figured, too, Red Deer, a really quality club. We saw what they did to the Trojans on Friday, gave the Trojans an absolute pounding. So they're not going to just lay down. Again, that target 2 in the Trojans is going to be hot. And there's a lot of good teams. Like I said, I got to see Coach Hagee's Lethbridge squad, and those Kodiaks look really, really good.
No doubt, Josh. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And Red Deer realizes that. You know they're going to come out here and...
Oh, Walker!
Oh, boy. Let me calm down. Amon Walker had that locked. Yikes.
Got the flubber on the feet on that one, but not able to put it down.
6'1", are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Amon Walker's out. Those kind of bunnies? Look out, ACAC. My goodness.
I don't know what is on the Trojans today, but the dunks have been flying. And Amon can't get that one to go. There's a little bit too much on that layup. Masters, pass it down. Here's Kowal finishing with the finger roll.
Attack that hoop, Josh. We know the Trojans, what we've seen here through one quarter, attacking the hoop is definitely going to be their most effective way of scoring the basketball. Look for them to continue to do that.
A call, passes it down, spin off, goes up, and finishes down for Will Tong.
Yeah, a little bit of finesse in the game. A little spin move. Will Tong goes with the lefty and gets the roll. Things going real well right now for that SAIT offense.
Comes back with a 3 of their own. Not going to go down without a fight is Red Deer. Here's Amon Walker trying to find some room. Goes around, passes it back, and just out of the reach of a call.
Goodness, attacking the basket. SAIT Trojans looking to really make their name for themselves. And they've done just that through only a quarter and 2 minutes into the second quarter. They're showing you what team they're going to be, Josh, and that is run with that thing.
Inbound right now will be by Amon Walker, and James Olawabi will check in and take out Amon Walker, who almost just shook this entire gym's foundation.
Josh, we're used to seeing righties go down all the time. Little thing. He cocked that thing back with the back scratcher motion. At 6'1", yikes.
Masters turns around, gets it to go.
Yep, too easy. Offense right now, a multitude of ways of affecting you. If you can't get it happen at the basket, get the ball into Marcus Masters' hands. You know he's going to make the right decision.
Stolen away there. Kowal now leading the break. How's about an alley? Will Tong up high, down hard.
Wall to Tong right there, Josh, in transition. How about the two-handed punch? He's able to get that thing to go down. Guys get to running, you're going to get rewarded. Great finish.
Now, we've seen the Trojans. This is Jermaine's 6th season, my 10th. I don't think I've ever seen a first half of highlights from the Trojans like this. This is a different Trojans team. Matt Daly has put his fingerprints on the type of team that he wants to coach.
Yeah, Josh, we're used to seeing a team that's dominated by guard play when it comes to the Trojans. Guys in the backcourt, passes, shooting, making sure to get 3 points to go down. This Trojans team that's right in front of us right now, big men seem to really run this thing, Josh. And that's something that's very exciting in a style of play that's going to really keep the fans interested.
Beautiful drop of a dime right there, and Red Deer make sure they stay in this. Olawabi stops on a dime, gets it back to Masters. Passed across. Here's a three. Can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound. Olawabi gets it. Masters will hold it up. Shot clock winding down. Masters to the lane, goes up, and good defensive play right there by Moeller. He had those 2 threes earlier, and showing some defensive side right there by Moeller.
Yeah, that's a good job collapsing on Marcus, giving him bad floor position. 4 seconds on the clock now. Plenty of time for the SAIT Trojans. Let's see what they can get going.
Josh Lawrence will check in. Masters will inbound. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Trojans need to get it off quick. Try to feed it into Kowal. Kowal's double team back out to Masters. Shot clock winding down. Masters can't get it to go. And rebound by Walters, and then he's in a jump ball situation.
Olawabi and Josh Lawrence, full court pressure, Josh. Both getting their hands on the basketball, creating another possession where it wasn't there. Hard hat plays, you can't teach that kind of job.
You sure can't. Gets it inside, a little bit out of reach, but Kowal with those big hands and long arms able to get it. Masters shoots the tray, can't get it to go. Olawabi tried to come in for the rebound. And now out on the break, here's Walters. Pass it down to Bazar Jr. And he's fouled. Be down on the floor. Limited fouls so far by both teams. That's just going to be the second team foul on the Trojans, 1 on the Kings.
Yeah, clean play from both teams here. You like to see that, Josh. Everyone doing their best to stay out of the infraction aisle on the score sheet. And they're doing that, giving some clean play through a quarter and a half.
Denied. Will turn into a foul there. Josh Lawrence will pick up his second foul. And Subgrade either to come in for the Trojans. Jaden Matthews coming in. And what did you see out of Matthews the first time he was on the floor?
Well, out of Jaden Matthews, Josh, you saw somebody who likes to run the floor. Once again, just kind of adding into a front court that loves to attack the hoop. One thing I do want to look at here, Josh, is we're looking at Tyreek Walters at the line. They're going to need him to kind of come through and just get into his zone. He was pretty much radio silent there in the first. Can't be all Effie Yamu. We're going to see if Walters can kind of help out on the offensive side and get Red Deer back into this. He's really down by 6. Still in this thing.
Yeah, don't let all the highlights and everything come. Red Deer's been slowly chipping away at this lead. Masters. Ball handed off. Here's Lawrence driving. Gets cut off. Fadeaway J. Lawrence gets the shooter's touch and gets it to go down.
Yeah, a little home cooking here at the Jack, would you just say, Josh? How about Matthews getting that to go down?
How's about the dime there from DeAndre Rowe finding Barzo Jr.?
That's going to be Red Deer's key to getting that lead back, Josh. Try to throw off the defense and kind of get them backpedaling when they're not able to set up. Run it right down into them so they have to make a decision that's not necessarily beneficial to them.
Here's Kowal. Dishes it off to Olawabi. Going back down, shot clock winding down. Kowal has to find some room. Barzo Jr., really solid defense on Kowal.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, Josh. If there's one hole in Kowal's game, it's maybe that mid-range J, especially with a hand in his face. Jr. doing a good job of forcing the bad shot.
Rowe setting up the offense. I like the way that Rowe has calmed down the offense the last few possessions, Shemaine. Trying to find another three. Moeller, he's been able to hit them. He can't get that one. Rebound goes back to the Trojans. Passed ahead to Kowal. Kowal goes up strong, can't get it to go, knocked away. Moeller leads it up, passes it ahead to Walters. He's got Rowe on the side. He's going to go ISO and going to lose the ball. And subs are going to come in for both sides as Ja will check in for the Trojans, and so will Will Tong. And for Red Deer, we got Effie Amanu checking back in.
Yeah, and as you said, Josh, we're giving another look here at Will Tong. Loved his minutes early on in the game, affecting the game in a multitude of ways. And look for him to do more of that here as he set up in the press break.
43-37. Press right now from Red Deer. Lawrence gets it back to a call, trying to set it up. Here's Jaw. Jaw goes in strong. Jaw can't get it. Slam dunk. Will Tong again.
Don't put a body on Tong. He's going to make you pay. Cleaning up the mess was Will Tong on that one. Come on, Josh. This guy's on a new level around the hoop.
And then Tong gets up with a block there. They wanted a goaltend the other side. Stone away by Walters. Walters gets it ahead. Strong take there, and a foul will be picked up. Good job by Moeller getting down, picking up the foul.
Yeah, great job by Moeller right there, Josh. That's exactly what you want to do when you got a shot blocker breathing down your neck like Tong. Hold up a little bit, put the shoulder into him, create that contact, and get yourself 2 easy ones from the free throw line.
Yeah, a little bit of hezzy from him. The San Paulo native, and we'll have a timeout here, and I think all of us needed to hold our collective breath. It's been fast and furious on both sides of the rock.
Yeah, and you knew it would be, Josh. You got the world champions here in front of us, the provincial champions here in front of us. As we said, so many new faces on this team. You don't necessarily know how everyone's going to fit in. Obviously, everyone is in lockstep, and you like to see what you're seeing early on from the Trojans in this game.
It's been really weird for me, calling these Trojans games all this year, and it's very weird to see Chuck Berner on the side giving advice to players, but obviously that's a wealth of knowledge. And same with Wyatt, too. These are guys that have been with the Trojans for a long time. And, obviously we know how well Chuck's going to be able to advise, but how's about Wyatt, too? A two-sport athlete, played professional lacrosse, and the champion with his Trojans. It's good to be able to pick both their minds, along with Pat Troy and Pat Bolin on the bench for the assistants.
Yeah, a lot of parallels, Josh, when you look at the sport of lacrosse and the sport of basketball as well. And Wyatt Hawks is, I'm sure, so proficient in both. He's able to kind of bridge the gap between those two sports and show you exactly what you need to do. Really excited for him being a coach here on this team and seeing what he's going to be able to add with a college shirt on instead of a jersey.
And speaking about coaches, Coach Foster right now, what is he telling his King squad here with 3:37 left in the half, 3:35 left in the half?
Oh, right now Red Deer's kind of hanging around, and it's kind of our own doing if you're looking at SAIT. We're kind of letting the ball loose sometimes, and we're making great plays on the offensive side, but we got to get back on defense. Right now, Red Deer is obviously trying to make the play of getting the ball inbounded quick, getting up the floor fast in 5 seconds or less. Meet them. That transition D has got to be able to match.
So Bernardo Mahler has had a good game so far, trying to close the gap a little bit more for this Red Deer squad. They are winning the quarter right now, Jermaine, 16-12.
Yeah, and that's something you can take into the timeout for Coach Jadell Foster. It's like we are making things happen. Granted, took a little bit of a beating there in that first quarter, but we just kind of hang around, continue to play our game, have ourselves in a good spot to make some noise in the second half.
45-39. That press coming back. Trojans trying to break it, and they do. Lawrence gets it back down to Matthews. Tom passed it over. Lawrence for the tray, can't get it to go. Rebound by Mahler. Going to look to be a foul against the Trojans, and it is. And that puts the Trojans into 5, and so the bonus has been hit.
Yeah, something to be wary of. If you're the SAIT Trojans, fouls starting to pile up a little bit. And also, if you're Red Deer, something to be wary of as well is those fouls from here on out are going to find you at the free throw line. Time to really get aggressive and make sure you create some contact and get to the hoop with the clock stopped.
And another new face checking in for the first time here at the Jack for the Trojans. It's the first-year player from Montreal, Bernard Larrey.
Oh, wow, here he is, Josh. 6'9" center. Great, long, rangy, fits right into this offense. Like we're seeing, Josh, 6'6" and up. Guys who can all switch positions. Let's see how Bernardi can really fit into this offense.
Now, the Trojans are no stranger to French-Canadian players, obviously a big part of their roster last year.
Shout out MDG doing his thing out east, Josh.
Kowal hands it down to Bernardi, and there's a kick ball. Masters will check back in, and Mac Mindluck will check back in for the Kings. He's actually been pretty quiet. We've seen him have big games, but so far Mac, pretty quiet.
Yeah, Mac Mindluck right now, staying pretty quiet, Josh, trying to make this thing happen, but can't blame him when you've got great defensive guards looking across from you in the SAIT Trojans gray, so you can kind of get things going.
Foul there, so Ball's going to go back to Red Deer. And again, you talked about just slowly chipping away at it. 3 minutes left here, and they have the Trojans in the bonus. The world is now in the hands of the Kings to find themselves back.
Yeah, despite being down on the scoreboard, they're in a good spot right now, Josh. Let's see if they can kind of build on this momentum. We're slowly starting to build here in the second quarter.
Walters loses the rock, but able to bring it back. Big three there as Matt can't get that one to go. Now jumped ahead here. Matthews try to find a dime there to find Loré. Can't get it. Effie for the three. Gets it to go. Saw a lot of that from him originally, and it's back to a one-possession game.
Yeah, you knew that was coming, Josh. As soon as he crossed over into the half court, kind of collected his steps, and you knew he was pulling up from perimeter. Got to realize that and recognize that if the ball get up on him a half second sooner, create that miss.
Trying to get it down low to Loré. Pump fakes, goes around, gets it to go. The freshman finding his first bucket here at home.
Pretty move, back to the basket, a little up and under on the other side, Josh. You like to see that there from Bernardi.
And you love that right there. You talked about Walters getting more advance, and the Brampton native knocks down the jumper. And you can hear Matt Daly not thrilled right now, kind of frustrated. They're losing their defensive intensity that they had, and obviously, coach is right on that side because the defensive side we saw for the Trojans that got them that double-digit lead hasn't been present.
Yeah, momentum here slowly starting to tilt the way of the Kings. Coach Daly is starting to sense that. Trying to get that intensity up.
Macasey Allen knocks down the tray.
Hey, Allen says, don't worry about it, Coach. Let me pad this lead a little bit more with a long-range cha-cha. Gets it to go down. How about Macasey?
Effie steps back for another three. Can't get that one to go. Masters comes up with the board. 90 seconds left here in the second. 50-44. Loré passing the corner. Kowal for the three. Can't get it to go. Trying to fight for the rebound. Who wants to come up to it? It's Bizarro Jr. Bazro Jr. going up. Not going to get the and one, but will get a chance to go to the line as the freshman Loré picks up the foul.
We talked about more off top. Josh was great low post play, showing us a little something here from straight on, putting it on the floor and making some contact at the hoop, and now with a chance for two. You can see him slowly starting to get more comfortable as the game goes on well, boding well for the Red Deer Kings.
And that one doesn't go down, so 1:10 left here. And gonna go split the free throws, so 5-point lead for the Trojans, 1:10. Masters has the ball. Driving ahead, can't get it. Barzo Jr. comes up with a rebound.
Mac Manlick on that one, Josh, stepping into the way of Masters, creating that miss. See the defensive intensity starting to go up now for the Kings.
It's a down low to Bazro Jr. Bazro Jr. turns around.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Putting him in a spin blender.
That's pretty, Josh. Fake up with the right, go up and over. Great footwork there down low. He's able to get the righty hoop to go.
And that was some fantastic post work right there by the second-year player. Matthews gets fouled there by Moeller, and that'll be Moeller's second foul.
Desperately needed there for the SAIT offense. This thing's kind of stopping us. Jaden Matthews creating some contact, getting themselves to the line. That's what you need now is the Kings are just kind of knocking on the door, only down by 3 with 25 left.
First shot, miss. .7 left in the half. So it's about a second difference between the game and the shot clock right now for Red Deer. Amayu trying to go one-on-one right now with Matthews. Trying to find some room. Digging in, goes coast. Can't get it. Loré comes with the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Speeding ahead now is Jaden Matthews. Trying to find some room. Gets stolen. No. Kick ball. So 3.8. And the Trojans are going to call a timeout and work a play here. Might as well.
Yeah, definitely. Good call there by Coach Matt Daly. Bring the guys in and get a clean look with 3.8. Plenty of time on it. You want to go into the halftime break with some good momentum.
So they call the play right here. My guess is with 3.8 remaining here, you're going to be looking for a screen off and maybe try to go to Masters.
Yeah, get the ball into Marcus's hands. See if you can get a couple pump dribbles in, maybe pull up, maybe find someone come to the basket. 3.8 is a lot of time.
We'll see where they go for Red Deer, having to stay strong, but Red Deer, I think, will be happy where they are. Right now, well, rather a score happens, we will see, but winning this quarter, right now 25-18, we'll see if the Trojans put a dent into that, but did seem to get back to their game and stayed really patient. I got to commend Coach Foster and this Red Deer team. They stayed really patient and started to find their game again as the quarter wore on.
Yeah, when the team really runs up on you, Josh, and dunking time and time again, it's easy to hang your head and just kind of succumb to that pressure. Great job by Red Deer not letting that happen, staying in the game, making sure that their points count on the other end. And they've got themselves, like you said, Josh, in a good spot here going to the halftime break. Come out in the third quarter, see if you can keep that momentum rolling.
So 51-47. Trojans trying to get one more bucket to pad this lead. They'll have Jaden Matthews on the inbound. See where they go. And they do go to Masters. Masters for the three. No good, goes in and out. Kowal tried to get the second chance opportunity, not gonna get it. So that will end the first half of play. The Trojans lead. Red Deer right now led by 13 from Kowal, leading this game 51-47.
Yeah, great job, Josh. Got to say, the SAIT Trojans, like I said, you're not too sure what you're going to get with a brand new team, brand new squad. Everyone fitting just in, playing that Trojans basketball like we're used to seeing.
Trojans lead 51-47 as we head to the half. You're watching ACAC TV, powered by Wordplay. What it is, what it do. Welcome back to the Jack. The Trojans lead this one 51-47 against the Red Deer College Kings. Jay, what did you see?
Wow, I'll tell you what, this is not the same Trojans team we're used to seeing, Josh. A team that's usually so guard dominant, like the Trojans are, holding the ball, making sure the right plays happen. Not this squad. This is a squad that likes to run the floor and attack the basket. Like what I'm seeing, like what the front court has. Let's see if that energy stays up.
So let's let the action do the talking as we head to the next half. Just like that, Jermaine, we started off, and Red Deer gets on the board early on, and you know they're going to make adjustments. They shot fantastic, shooting 51. Trojans came back down to earth in that next quarter, as shooting 53 now after the staggering and awesome 80% of that first quarter.
No doubt the rim runs, Josh, those will give you good numbers when it comes to percentages. And we're going to see now if Red Deer can kind of stop that running that we like, that the SAIT Trojans like to see happen. Slow the game, muddy it up a little bit, and work in that half court.
And I'm sure one thing Coach Foster is talking to his guys about is they got to the line. They were 8 of 14 from the field, from the free throw line. Trojans were 6 of 8, so just 2 more free throws made, despite being to the line more. Red Deer probably wanted to get to the line a little bit more, but convert on those.
Yep, that's how you negate shot blockers, Josh. Put it into their chest and create opportunities to get to the hoop there. As you see, Will Tong with one too many steps. It's an unforced error here to start out the third quarter. See if Red Deer can continue to build on that.
Red Deer did a good job, too. 14 points off of turnovers to the 6 points off of turnovers the Trojans did. So a lot of stats in the favor for Red Deer to find them way back into this game.
Yep.
And one of the players is this guy right here, Effie Amanyu. Can't get it, chases down his rebound, jumper, gets his second chance to go, and we got a tie game.
Yeah, just like that, Josh. Effie Amanyu starting out the third quarter the same way he did the first. And that is an unconscious shooting. Unbelievable. He missed that shot, but he's able to get the rebound and go up for the easy 2.
Kowal gets in the lane, can't get it to go. Fight for the ball. Back ahead now. Nice bounce pass. Give and go. And finish right there as Moeller finishes from the pass from Effie. And the Kings are roaring out here, getting off a 6-0 run to start off the third.
Yeah, running the floor like the Trojans right now, or the Kings, Josh. It's a good job in transition as Moeller gets the layup to go down. In the passing lane now is Effie.
Effie all by himself to the leg. Get out of here! Get that ball out of here!
My goodness. Trailing the play, Kowal, one step at a time, hands on the ball, sends that thing out of bounds. That is how you come back on defense and make some good transition plays.
Watch out below to our cameraman, Joel Johnson, almost hit on it on him was Kowal.
We'll get you.
Bazaro Jr. Again, a spin cycle. That time he can't finish it, but you got to come with the rebound. Trojans don't get it. Ball will go to the Kings.
Consecutive mental mistakes here for the Trojans, Josh. We saw the great take there as Junior missed with the good footwork, but unable to get it now as Qual and Owolabi just kind of took turns looking at the ball bounce out of bounds. Red Deer now slowly starting to build.
There's a head fake there. Into the lane, pass it back. Long three, and Effie again, exclamation point as he continues the knockdown trace. Jermaine, that is his 5th. He is now 5 and 9 from downtown.
Can't leave Iyamu, Josh, and they got Qual with the travel. Another unforced turnover. Slowly starting to turn now, but like you said, Effie Iyamu, too good of a shooter to leave even a breath to. We'll see if the coverage changes on him. Make it tough on Effie.
Iyamu is really setting the pace right now. Trojans have yet to score. It's a 9-0 run to start it off. Moeller trying to find some room. Fadeaway Jay, can't get it to go. Rebound by Tong. Marcus Masters bringing it up. Coast to coast, Masters with the finish.
Yeah, I said it all do it myself. Red C parts for him. Marcus Masters turns on the afterburners and gets to the hoop. Could have been a foul, wasn't one. Nonetheless, got the two to go down.
Moeller passes it off. Rowe handling it. Guarded by Owolabi. Rowe finding some room. Gets pickpocketed there and stolen away by Tattoo Akol. Akol going coast to coast.
Hey.
And he does. Death slam dunk right there. And it's just average day for Will Tong at this point, throwing down dunks.
No doubt, Josh. 2-2 missing the layup. No worry. Trailing the play was Will Tong, able to flush that thing on the second chance opportunity. Hard hat play.
Bazo Jr. goes in and smooth finish there for the Brazilian native.
Such a throwback, Josh. As once again, he goes from left to right, sweeping with the right hand, kissing it off the glass like an old school player at the YMCA, doing his thing on the ground level.
McCall loses the rock. In the corner, trying to get a 3 and just out of the reach there, trying to connect with Mack.
Okay, now you got Walker and Lawrence in, Josh, into the game. Let's see if they can get that energy going right now. SAIT, a little flat-footed here to start off this half. Dragging a little bit. Time to get that energy boost back in. You know Amon Walker can provide that.
And back in for the Kings is Walters, who really started to pick his play up at the end of the second quarter when you were calling for it.
Yeah, that's when they needed it the most. We'll see if it continues here in the second half.
Here's Kowal. Trying to split through and gets pickpocketed away. Amon Walker trying to hound down as Matt comes up with a steal. Here's Walters going downhill, past the back. Mack trying to find some room. Got Walker on, and Walker trying to dig the pickpocket. Mack drives on top of the ball, passes it out, and Walters steps back for the 3. Can't get it to go. Who wants the rebound? It's Marcus Masters.
Great defensive stand there by the SAIT Trojans. Great contest by Wall and picked up by Masters now.
Masters is fouled, so he'll shoot. Keon Wisdom will come in. Another Brampton native on this team. A lot of Ontario on this team for Red Deer.
Yeah, Red Deer have been doing the recruiting rounds, obviously, Josh, making sure to get their name out there out east. And it's turned into a few good players out there from Ontario. And speaking of out east, how about Sao Paulo, Brazil? We've got 2 players from Brazil on this Polytechnic roster as well.
Yeah. And as I talked about, if you haven't been to the Red Deer home gym, maybe the best home gym in the ACAC. Dino's obviously nice to host the Trojans here at the Jack. Still getting work done on the beautiful former SAIT campus center that we'll see what comes. But as far as ACAC buildings right now, that Red Deer complex is just fantastic. Trojans obviously very happy to call the Jack their home right now.
Yeah, Red Deer earning it too, Josh. They got a good team here on the floor as well, as we've seen thus far in this early season. Playing the Trojans well here tonight. It's good to know that their play on the floor matches that great building they've got surrounding them.
So Amon Walker, who is almost took everyone's breath away with a dunk attempt in that first half at the line right now, and knocking down both attempts. They get it back to a 1-point game. Bazaro Jr. hands it off. There's a strong take by Wisdom. He can't get it to go. Who wants the rock? Trojans trying to come up with it, but can't get it. Moeller's able to come up with it, gets it through the hands of Wisdom as he Buckners it, and the ball goes back to the Trojans.
Yeah, Josh Lawrence, Marcus Masters, way too much to handle, Josh, when it comes to the double team. Like you saw, they moved that double team from one player to the other, creating that turnover. Those are the kind of plays you need to make sure to get back into the lead here as Red Deer's kind of snuck out with the one-pointer.
Kowal will hold it. Hands it off.
Yikes.
Spin cycle and finish for Josh Lawrence.
Pump dribble, up and around, and just like that, you lose the defense with a quick little 360. Nothing but you in the basket as Josh Lawrence gets 2 to go down.
Moeller trying to find some room. Goes up Strawn.
Great split.
Can't get it to go. Nice rebound and finish right there by the Brazilian, Barzo Jr.
Right place, right time? No. All effort. Once again, getting himself in great position as Mauro Barrazo is able to get himself a second chance opportunity. Look, stop me if you've heard me say this before, Josh. Great footwork from the big man.
And the big man is really putting on a show in this game so far. Just doing it in all aspects of the game for this squad. He's got 15 points, believe it or not, only 7 rebounds so far for the big guy.
Yeah, but most of those, strange enough, are offensive rebounds,
Yes.
turning into points right back. Just goes to show you. Oh, look
Walker
at him
can't
on.
get it in, but he gets fouled. So give a shout to Amon Walker, doing a really good job of continually getting to the hole and now getting himself to the line for the second time in this half.
It's early in the season, Josh, but I tell you what, Amon Walker is my forefront for my favorite player so far. Pure effort on both ends, attacking the basket, will not be deterred. That's the kind of will that you can't teach, Josh. It's either in you or it's not, and Amon Walker definitely has that.
We talked about Kowal stepping his game up when it came to nationals, but Amon, kind of an unsung hero, gave quality minutes off the bench for the Trojans on their route to the CCA championship.
Definitely did, Josh, specifically defensively. He did a good job making sure to guard the best player on the defensive team. And right now it seems like he's slowly starting to spread his game out a little bit to be an offensive threat. Look out ACAC because he's a two-way player now.
61-60, Trojans regain their lead. Gets it down to Barzo Jr. Out for a 3. Can't get that one to go. Who wants the ball? Trojans come up with it. Walker wants it down. And a beautiful, almost threaded the needle there by Olawabi, but can't connect the way that he wanted to.
Yeah, good recovery there as Mauro Barrazo was able to get a hand in the passing lane and stop the guaranteed 2 from Walker on the other end in transition. And they needed that too, because right now you see things starting to bubble for the SAIT Trojans. Got that 1-point lead. Energy, once again, like I said, so important off the bench, and Amon Walker providing that seems to be contagious. Everyone else is starting to get going a little bit. We'll see if they can build on it right now.
We talked about it in the women's game. Macy Mulholland was able to find the right opportunities, right spaces to get to. You're kind of seeing a lot of that in this half from Amon Walker as well.
Getting where you fit in. Don't force the game. Let the game come to you, and Amon Walker is doing just that, making sure to affect the game on both ends.
We have a little bit of a clock issue, so just getting that set up here with 4:38 left here in the third. 3 team fouls on Red Deer, 1 on the Trojans. Both teams have all their timeouts remaining. Gets it down low on the inbound, can't get it to go, and Junior able to get the rebound. And then picked off by Amon Walker.
Surprise, surprise. He inbounded the ball, turns on the Jets, and pokes it loose from the backside. Energy is Amon Walker.
Walker going downhill again, trying to control it, but gets picked away by Wisdom. Wisdom now going coast to coast. Gets denied by Kowal.
If you get lost in transition, don't worry. Your long arms will make sure to cover the space that you lost. How about Kowal going over the shoulder and blocking that with the offhand?
Now Kowal going to try to do it on the offensive side. Playing a little bit of point forward. Hands it off to Olawabi. And Moeller going to pick up the foul on that one. And it'll be 3 on Moeller. And a technical foul coming up. And that seems to be going against Olawabi. And obviously Coach Matt Daly not too happy about that.
Yeah, James Olawabi taking a little bit of exception to the extracurricular contact there from Barrazo, but got to keep your head about you. Throws the ball into the chest of the defender. Official sees it. Don't throw that tee up right now, and we get Bernardo Moeller going to walk up and take that attempt.
And Olawabi, third-year player, and I'm sure, Coach never wants a tech at this time of the game, but for a veteran like Olawabi, I'm sure he takes a little bit more exception to getting the technical at this close of a game and being the veteran that he is.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you know a guy like Mauro Barraza is going to be out there, little Josh, he's going to do those little extracurricular things to try to get you off your game. It's a mental game as well, and Coach Daly doesn't want to see you take the L in that situation if you're James Owolabi. Keep your head about you, stay on the floor, stay productive.
Subs in for both teams. DeAndre Rowe checks back in for the Kings, and Marcus Masters comes in. And a round of applause for Amon Walker as he gave some really good minutes for the Trojans.
Absolutely. Spark plug off the bench, supplying that energy that the Trojans needed so badly. Definitely did his thing.
Kowal down low. Gets it back to Masters. Shot clock is winding down on the Trojans. Masters pulled something out of nothing before. Can he do it again? No, he can't. But then a rebound and a foul there. So good job there by the freshman Josh Lawrence, getting that second chance opportunity and earn himself to the line and try to get the Trojans lead back up.
Yeah, only a shade over 6'3" is Lawrence, but I tell you what, he's playing like a true big here today, Josh, as he's got himself another offensive rebound and a chance for two from the line. Hard hat play, staying after it, making sure you get those good looks.
Eskin Isidore checks in for Red Deer, and shot knocked down there by Lawrence, first-year player out of London, Ontario. And can't get that one, so stays at a one-point lead as we continue to trade leads. Rowe goes downhill, loses it. McCasey Allen getting a big part of that one. And McCasey will reset up the offense. Finds Lawrence for the three, can't get it to go. Rebound by Eskin Zadore. And now he passes the head, finds Rowe, back to Wisdom. Wisdom goes up under, and he'll go to the line. So good job there by Wisdom attacking the hole, and Lawrence will pick up the foul.
Yeah, it's a good job by Lawrence getting back, trying to draw the charge, but I feel like his feet may have just been in the restricted area just a little bit. Good job reading and reacting as Keon Wisdom's able to get himself a couple for his trouble.
2-2, a call will come back in the game, and Jaden Matthews will take a seat. Wisdom can't get the first one to go. Wisdom still looking for his first bucket, but as we talked about earlier, Jermaine, doing a lot of the little things in between for Red Deer.
Absolutely, Josh, making sure we receive passes, getting hands in the passing lane, affecting the game in more ways than one. Like you said, things a little cold for him on the offensive side, but he's managed to keep himself on the floor with great play everywhere else.
62-61. 3:10 left here. Masters stops, pops, can't get it to go down. Nice rebound again. Second chance opportunity. King is Josh Lawrence.
Yes, he is, Josh. Good positioning one more time as Lawrence is able to find the ball, a loose ball, pop loose, and get 2 more points for his troubles. So active on the offensive glass.
Eskinadore, pass it right back to Rowe as the guards try to figure out what to do in the backcourt. Giving it to the big guy again. Double team came in. Kowal comes in a little bit too aggressive for the officials' liking and picks up a foul. That'll be his first.
They're going to go with a call on that one.
Okay,
nonetheless, Call did a good job of coming down, trying to create that double.
That'll be a call's third. Be the 14th foul for the Trojans. Junior. Pass it back out to Wisdom. Rowe trying to find some room, blasting by Masters. Gets it off the glass, can't get it. Ball was knocked off of Red Deer, and the ball will go back to the Trojans.
Man, Marcus Masters giving up about 5-6 inches to Rowe. Didn't matter. Stayed in front of him, got a hand on the ball, created that turnover as well. Never out of it, regardless of the height disadvantage. Marcus Masters making it happen.
64-61. A call coming ahead.
Oh.
And stolen away. Wisdom. Nothing but daylight. Slam dunk by Wisdom.
Transition, Josh. What a way to get into the scorer's chart for the first time as Keon Wisdom, wide open, picks up the steal and is able to flush that thing with the righty.
Some really good minutes right now by Wisdom off the bench for Red Deer. Masters. Shot clock winding down on him. Got Rowe on him. Goes up. Goes over. Can't get it. Kowal comes in and scoops in the second chance.
Jeez, Josh, what do you do if you're the Red Deer defense? Seems like you put all your effort into stopping someone from getting an offensive rebound. Right behind them is someone else to pick up the slack.
3-point lead for the Trojans. Junior. Bumps off. Goes up straight. Gets it to go. How's about the big man from Brazil?
Got the weight advantage. Use it. Lays into the defense. Gets them on their heels, Josh, and able to get that thing high off the glass for another 2. Once again, Mauro showing you his proficiency.
That's 17 points now for the big guy. Trying to dish that one off. Gets caught up there was Lawrence. And Wisdom again on a break. Goes up strong. Oh my goodness! Against the glass. How do you like that? Kowal.
Once again, Josh, chase down block. And that time, I guess, you know what? He was out in front. He kind of held up, waited for Wisdom on that one. Wisdom thought he could go up and around. Wasn't the case. Qual again with the offhand, blocking yet another shot. Third of the day.
Amon Walker will check in and give Tutu a call a break. And Casey Allen also goes out. Jaw will check back in. Here's Junior at the top. The big man's been having his way. Pass it out to Mack. Mack fakes across, trying to get his dribble back. He does. Wisdom, he gets pickpocketed, loses the ball. Kowal going downhill, finding some room, going up Strawn. Can't go coast to coast. And then in for the rebound, as always, Josh Lawrence, who seems to be the rebounding king for the Trojans in this game.
Yeah, half-court transition doesn't matter. Lawrence is going to find his way to the basket and give your team a second chance opportunity. And once again, doing just that.
Substitutions coming in as they're trying to get Moeller back into the game. It's been absolutely a rock for this team. 14 points for him right now, shooting 40% from the field, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for another Brazilian native on this squad.
Quietly doing so, Josh, all game long, just kind of staying consistent and helping his team offensively and defensively as well.
Masters for 3, can't get it to go. Good job chased down there by Amon Walker, able to throw it off of Wisdom, keep a Trojans ball, 14 of the shot clock. Trojans going to bring in Will Ton. And they're going to give Josh Lawrence a break, and great effort there by Lawrence.
Yeah, great effort indeed, Josh. 4 offensive rebounds in this half alone. Will not be stopped on that side. It's a contagious effort, too. We're going to see if it spreads to the other team to make sure not to give up on just one shot.
Shot clock winding down. Ball in Masters' hand. Masters goes up, gets denied by Junior. Who wants the ball? It's Wisdom again. Wisdom on the break. He's got Rowe with him. He's going to go up, and then Josh says, no, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Abu Josh sending that thing right back where it came from, Josh, into the face of the defender, and going the other way, and not able to corral it out of the SAIT Trojans. And Kings, once again, 20.3, chance for one, and maybe the lead.
Yeah, and then a miscommunication there with Ton and Kowal. Matt Daly trying to get his first ACAC regular season win. (66-65). Rowe to the lane. Nice scoop shot off the glass for 2. Masters is going to have to throw up a Hail Mary. Can't get it to go. Red Deer has an outstanding third. They win the third 20-15. They lead this game 67-66.
The picture of persistence, Josh. This Red Deer team has taken an unbelievable shot here from the SAIT Trojans. They could have gone down early and kind of had their heads, and the Trojans could have ran away with this thing. Not the case. They've stayed with it, and just like that, they've got themselves a lead going into the fourth.
Amayu leads the way with them for 19 points on 53 shooting. Trojans led by Kowal with 15. We're going to take a break here and see you in the fourth. You're watching ACAC basketball powered by Whirlpool. quarter here. We are live at the Jack Simpson Gymnasium, and it's interesting. Marcus Masters on the bench getting some tape done on his leg. I'm assuming everything's okay and maybe just a pit stop for him, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, definitely, Josh, getting that armor on. You know he's going into battle here in the fourth, so he's got to be prepared. Look for Marcus to attack later in this quarter for sure.
67-66. Stolen away by Amon Walker. Amon Walker to the hole and finishes and gets the Trojans a little bit of breathing room now with a 3-point lead, with a 1-point lead.
That's what he does, Josh. Energy plays off the bench, starting off the fourth the same way he did the third. Quick steal and an easy two.
Down low to Junior. The big man passes it off, finds Wisdom, who's had a great third. Can't get it to go here in the fourth. Tight defense right there. Trojans trying to get it back. Will Taun going one-on-one right there. And Marcus Masters looks to be fine. Just had to get some retape on that leg. And the fourth-year guard back in the game.
Yeah, we know what time it is, Josh. You and I know very well. It's Masters time. Fourth quarter, tight game. Number 0 is going to come ready to play.
Junior goes around. Euro, fadeaway J, can't get it to go. Rebound by Tong. Nice crossover and finish. Smooth, silky, double M's.
He knows what it takes, Josh. It's fourth quarter time. Marcus Masters is going to try to take over the game offensively, and that's exactly what you want if you're a Trojans fan.
Wisdom, mid-range J, can't get it to go, and then Masters tries to steal away there from Junior before he went up, but picks up a foul.
It's too bad. Great effort there from Marcus. He's able to pop the ball loose. Unfortunately, he's got a little bit too much of the wrist there, did Masters. Now a chance for 2 easy ones for Mauro Barrazo.
Barrazo gets that one to go, and Barrazo really has been, you know, as much as Effie had a good game. We haven't seen Effie for a while either, so hopefully everything's okay with him.
Yeah, you do see him up there on the.
He does have the 4 fouls.
So I wouldn't be surprised before long before we see him for sure.
Matthews to Tong. Close one here at the Jack. Olawabi. Pump fake. Tried to dish it down low to Tong. Ball's going to go back.
It's a tough pass right there for Olawabi. Not a good angle to get to Will Tong. Especially with Barrazo down there waiting to poke it loose, and he did just that, creating a turnover. Nice guys going the other way, down 1.
70-69. Home opener here for the Trojans. Gets pickpocketed there. It was Walters from Masters. Masters leading it down, goes up, and finishes strong. Marcus Masters.
About a minute ago, Josh, you said Marcus Masters was on the bench getting taped up, getting prepared for this very moment. You knew he was going to aggressive after that. Got his tape on, got his armor ready to go. Marcus Masters taking over.
It's the fourth quarter, so now it's closing time. This is when he comes in.
Exactly, doing just that, taking it over.
Marcus Masters was the ACAC South Player of the Year last year and showing exactly why in this game so far. (73-69), Trojans leading. And then trying to get a pick there. Rowe trying to fight with him to get it. Rowe does come back with the ball. Passed ahead. Volleyball tip there. Gets it down low to Bizarro Jr. And then a nice take there by Wisdom, who's giving quality minutes for this Red Deer squad.
Yeah, broken play put back together again by heads-up awareness there by Wisdom, able to get that right on the buzzer.
And how's about a beautiful drop of dime there by Tong, finding Jaden Matthews.
Defense going to fall asleep. Make sure you wake him up. How do you do that? Backdoor cut. Good job as Matthews gets that to go down.
Rowe to Junior. Tong maybe got a piece of that one. Olawabi comes up with the rebound. Careless pass there from Olawabi, but the Trojans able to get it, and then Tong takes a nasty spill. Well, both players do. Hopefully everyone's okay.
I think everyone's good. Just taking a little breather when you can, Josh. late in the game, stamina starts to become a question. Every last minute you can to get your breath.
Josh Lawrence will check back in for the Trojans.
I said it earlier in the game, Josh, but you got to tip your hat to this Red Deer defense. They could have been out of this thing a long time ago after the rim-racking attacks here by the SAIT Trojans. But they stayed in this thing, stayed persistent, played their game, hung around.
And how's about staying persistent? Marcus Masters again. Now 21 for him.
Yeah, nothing you can do about the mastery of Marcus Masters getting to the hoop, finishing with either hand, that time with the left.
Rowe passes it off. A block there against Masters. It'll be Masters' third foul.
It's tough. Marcus felt like he got there in time. Official does not agree, and they picked him up for his third infraction of the game with the block.
77-71. And a little bit of spillage on the court. And just double checking that. You know, you play in here long enough, that's going to happen. We saw it a few times here last week in the Calgary Cup tournament, Jermaine. So you play a lot, you're going to start getting some of that on the floor.
Yeah, you sure are, Josh. And that's a sign of players not giving in, making sure to hit on those hands and knees and try to get every loose ball. You're going to leave some participation on the floor, and that's how you know these guys are getting after it.
Junior hands it back off. Moeller for three. Can't get it to go. Rebound sky high from Josh Lawrence. 77-71. Trojans controlling this fourth so far. Passed it back to Oluwabe. Shot clock winding down on the Trojans. Crossover. Goes up Strawn. Bucket. Get her, Oluwabe.
How about that? Up against it, Josh, as James Oluwabe's able to get it going with only 3 on the shot clock. Little ISO for James. You like to see it.
Effie getting ready to check back in for Red Deer. Moeller goes up in the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound, bobbled around to the go to Trojans.
One play at a time. Trojans really starting to set the tone once again. Starts on the defensive end. Now we're going to see if they can convert on the other end after this timeout.
Trojans lead 79-71, but Effie Awamu getting ready to check back in for the Red Deer Kings.
Yeah, 4 fouls or not, Josh. You know he's going to be looking to make his mark once again right away. Team needs him most. We're going to see if Coach Dale is prepared for him, because you know he's going to be facing a flurry after this timeout.
What does Effie do so differently when he's in the game for Red Deer?
Oh, not only is he a threat in transition from long range, Josh, but we saw he can put it on the floor and get to the hoop and score as well. He's just an offensive talent that you really can't account for when you're the SAIT Trojans. Someone else you've got to look out for, and you've got a wealth of it right now as Red Deer's starting to come into their own offensively. Throwing Effie Yamu into that, Josh, good spot to be in for the Kings going into the game.
They've got a good inside-outside game using Barzo Jr. as well, but now having Effie back, you can spread the floor. Wisdom, in the time that he had for Red Deer, did a really good job of filling in those minutes.
Yeah, Josh, and that's what happens. Earlier in the game, he was a non-factor offensively, but yet he still found himself on the floor because of the great defense. Now, late in the game, he's starting to come into his own offensively, just in time, too. Only 6:30 left. We're going to see if they can really start to put it together. One last push here for the Kings, try to get back into this thing.
Well, we've seen Red Deer, too, beat down by this much and force them way back. So we'll see if they can do it again for the Trojans, trying to hold strong. And we talked so much about the wing and the height for the Trojans in the last half. This one's been kind of back to that routine guard play that we trust the Trojans for in the past. That's closing it out.
Yeah, you got reliable on your bench, Marcus Masters. Why not put the ball in his hand? You know he's going to make the right decision. Not only can he score for himself, he can create for teammates as well.
Oluwabe, minor press to start off here for the Kings. Goal, crossover to the hole, Euro, and finish.
Man, Josh, we saw it early in the game. How about late in the game as well? He's got that snatch back going right to left on the hard move to the basket. Well, in the lab this summer.
Rowe can't get the runner in the lane to go, and then picked up there by Matthews. 10-point lead for the defending national champions. And then a foul against Marcus Masters.
Man, I tell you. Got a feel for that defense in Red Deer. You got Marcus Masters. He's got time and space. He's going to create something positive, and he is having a heck of a fourth quarter.
And Marcus Masters will head to the line. Gets that one to go down. Masters the closer for this team. And able to get that one to go down. So Trojans widen the gap now, 12-point lead. Almost at the halfway mark of the fourth. Red Deer trying to find their way back in. Rowe gets caught up at the top. Strong take here. Ball bounces out and will stay with the Kings.
Yeah, things are starting to work for the guys in gray right now, Josh. Everyone's communicating. You see how vocal they are defensively. No one's rotations are late right now. And tough spot to be in if you're Red Deer. SAIT's really starting to get the juices flowing.
Like to see that Coach Foster kept Wisdom in this lineup. Normally you kind of see maybe Walters back there, but Wisdom did such a good job in those minutes given that he earned some time here in the closing time.
Yeah, and then Josh, it's easy early on in the game when things aren't going well for you offensively to kind of let that negatively affect the rest of your game. Got to tip your hat as Wisdom stayed in the game despite having a slow first half offensively, and here he is at the end of the game on the floor, well-deservedly so.
And as I say that, it looks like Walters is going to check into the game, so I'm afraid I maybe gave him the old broadcaster's jinx. And he's not going to take out Wisdom. He's going to take out Moeller. 3 fouls on him, but I'm sure a quick rest for the sharpshooter for Red Deer.
Oh, for sure, Josh. You got Walters, Wisdom, and Iyamu all on the floor at once. Throwing everything to the wall now as Red Deer. We're going to see if their 3 best guards can make it happen.
Pizarro Jr. Can't get that one to go.
That's what you want if you're Red Deer. Stop the clock, get to the hoop, see if you can get some points with that clock stopped and get yourself in a better spot in the closing minutes here in the fourth quarter.
And Barroso going here to the line. Trying to get to 20 points now. And able to get it down. And Barroso able to knock it down. He has had a fantastic game and now 21 points to match his teammate, Demonu. Jaden Matthews. Hey, taking some ankles there.
Come on now with the pump dribble, staying with the left outside. Matthews a little juice here late in the game.
And just like that, Moeller checks right back into the game. And Effie picks up his 5th and he's out of the game.
That's going to do it. Great game for him, Josh, specifically in the first half. What an unbelievable start there for Iyamu.
Masters for 3. You can put on the board. Marcus Masters from downtown.
Well, Josh, the sky blue is the grass green, and is Marcus Masters on the floor making a difference in the fourth? All an emphatic yes. Great shot for him.
Moeller trying to answer back with a 3. Masters chasing it down. Gets the rebound. Now brings it up for the Trojans as we are halfway through the fourth. Trojans lead 85-73. 14 fouls on the Kings, 3 on the Trojans. Matthews and Masters miscommunication. Wisdom will take advantage of that, but just out of reach there of Walters.
Great job as you see Matthews hustling back, creating that turnover, clogging that passing lane at the last second. Making sure to give his boys one last look here with 4:48 left.
Oluwabi will inbound the ball. Gets it in to Matthews. Matthews passes it ahead to Lawrence. Let's get into closing time right now. Red Deer trying to find themselves back in this game. Trojans trying to find their first win of the ACAC season. Double team. Masters loses it. Good defensive stand by Red Deer. Pass it down to Walters from Rowe, and Walters finishes.
Yeah, never out of it right now. See, good job by Red Deer getting that too after making the steal in the offensive side of the floor and turning it into 2 points on the other side.
Masters feeling the brunt of that last possession, looking a little banged up. Kowal will get ready to sub in at the next stoppage for the Trojans. Matthews to the lane. Hoop in the harm for Jaden Matthews.
Coast to coast. Keep the defender on your hip. Put your body between the ball and your check, and you will always come out on top. There goes Jaden Matthews once again showing you what to do in the first quarter situation.
No doubt about that. Kowal will check back in the game for the Trojans. Mack for Red Deer. It's now 10 points now for the four-year player out of Edmonton, Alberta. Able to get that one knocked down. Rowe cutting through, dishes it back. Mack for three. He can't get that one to go. Rowe trying to keep it in, and he does it. So 88-75. 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Kings also in the bonus, so Trojans attack would be expected. Kowal at the top, spins off, trying to find some more room. Hits into a double team, try to keep it in, but Tom throws it right back to Red Deer. Rowe leading up the break, goes up underneath and finishing. Nice finish there by DeAndre Rowe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, who started that, Josh? Keon Wisdom with great defense on the other side. That's what's kept him on the floor so long, turning into 2 points. Look out now.
Slam dunk, Wilton.
Gotta make sure that transition D's on point. If it's not, you leave Tong all alone on the baseline. Who's gonna eat? Righty flush.
Moeller with the tray. Big time three needed there to get it back to a 10-point lead. The time is dwindling down for the Kings. Trying to uncrown this national champions and make them go 0-2. And Matthews comes back and gets the ball. So a foul there will send Jaden Matthews back to the line.
Yeah, done, Josh. How about Jaden Matthews in this fourth? Really start taking over the game on the defensive side and forcing the issue, getting to the basket as well. Once again at the free throw line. He's definitely flipped the switch here in the fourth.
And he gets that one to go down. So 91-80 right now. And he gets that attempt to go down. 12-point lead, 13 points from Matthews, as you talked about, Jermaine. Nice fourth quarter for Matthews. Pass ahead, Kowal snuffs that out.
Yeah, miscommunication picked up by Kowal, getting yet another steal off a great double team.
Masters can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
You can tell, Josh, the team is well coached. What happens to them late in the game when things really start to get down to it? You're looking at a SAIT team here in their home opener. We had a great first half, great electric style of play, got everyone involved, yet Red Deer hung around. What happens in the fourth? They're really starting to stretch that lead out. Shows you it's a well-coached team. They know what to do when the game is on the line.
Yes, they do. Now make it a 14-point lead. And Marcus Masters has been a big contingent. You have a veteran-laced point guard too, Jermaine, that can lead on the court and off the court.
Invaluable. The knowledge that Marcus Masters is going to give you. Once again, picking up a charge. Who is that, Josh? That is indeed Jaden Matthews. Once again in the fourth, putting his stamp on this game defensively. We love to see it.
A timeout for Red Deer, and obviously frustration setting in for the Kings. Maybe they come back and this time isn't really there, but this is a timeout too to maybe discuss things that has happened within the game and how to improve them in these final 2:30.
Absolutely, Josh. You're Jadell Foster. You've got to be happy with your team's effort throughout 3 quarters of this game here. It's only really late in the fourth that things have kind of fallen off the rails for the Kings. All that being said, plenty of time, 2:35 left, slowly get back into it, but it's going to have to start right away with no let-up.
Yeah, the Trojans have outscored the Kings in this one 28-13 in the fourth.
Wow. Great fourth quarter, Josh. Yes. After the great third quarter that Red Deer put up, you weren't too sure how the SAIT was going to come out. They have answered the bell and done so emphatically.
Yes, they have. For the Trojans, obviously, I want to get out of here. No injuries or anything, but You know, it's a tale of two games. Red Deer never really looked back in that home game that they had, and this one had been a back-and-forth slugfest, but the Trojans really finding their way, as we talked about in the fourth. Got off to a nice comeback in that first, though, that set everything up, but this Red Deer team, some foul trouble really causing down the stretch for them as well.
Yeah, that's all it takes when you got somebody as electric as Efe Iyama was taken out of the game for most of the second half. That completely changes the outlook of your offense, and that's someone they definitely needed to be on the floor. Unfortunately, it's a little bit here to make up too much late in the game.
Matt Daly is just 235 away from having his first SAIT Trojans victory as head coach.
Almost there, Josh. He's Matt Daly. Got some big Marty Berkey-sized shoes to fill, and this is exactly how you want to start off doing that. A nice, good home win.
The press comes by Red Deer, and they get an over and back. So 2:28, and you'll take small victories like that now for Red Deer. Try to put a quick run together here.
Forced error late in the game, nonetheless. At no point in the game do you want errors like this. See if Red Deer can kind of build on that.
Rowe handling it at the top of the key. Junior got torn on him. Goes up, dishes it across, and a shot clock violation.
Will Tong locking him down. How about a little ISO defense? We know how good Barraza can be in the isolation. Not as good as Tong on the defense. Turns up the vice grips, creates a turnover. Great play.
Trojans showing it on both sides. Can't handle the ball there, though. Time continues to tick away here. Here's Wisdom. Goes up and finishes.
Nice move, holds the ball away. You know Marcus Masters is going to be poking down low. Keeps it up high and down two. That's two more now for Red Deer.
Going with that full press now. Passed up. Here's Kowal to the lane. Kowal finishing for two.
Stretch that thing up and around the defense, Josh. Lefty looking good as Kowal gets two more to go down to his total.
Mack for three. Can't get it to go. Falls his shot. Can't get it to go. How's about Kowal, by the way, Jermaine? The quietest 19 points I think he'll ever have.
Absolutely, Josh. A pillar of persistency the whole game long. Tons of minutes. Great play on both sides. 19, like you said, super quiet. Not loud points at all. Making sure to stay consistent. And that's exactly what you want from him.
You know, guys like Jaden Matthews and Will Ton have kind of stole the spotlight. Obviously, Marcus Masters, 27-piece up right now. But Kowal just doing Kowal things. The picture of consistency. 8 of 13 shooting, 61% from the field.
Yeah, not to mention a few blocks to add to that total as well. Did his thing defensively, specifically in that first half. Great effort. As I said, you're never too sure how a game is going to go when it's the first home game of the season. And tell you what, these SAIT Trojans come here bouncing back well after what happened a couple days ago in Red Deer.
Yeah, as mentioned, 3 blocks for him that you were talking about earlier. Under 90 seconds here. And a foul there. That'll be Kowal's first. So that's in Wisdom to the line right now. And Wisdom, as we talked, has put together a decent game, but one of those games the stats are not really going to tell. But the big thing for him is the multiple steals right now. 4 steals in this game for Wisdom.
Yeah, making it happen, Josh. His Wisdom played the entire second half, and that's despite having 0 points in the first half. As I said earlier, you can keep yourself on the floor in more ways than one. If it's not working for you offensively, make sure you give that effort defensively, and you will find yourself on the floor at the end of the game, a la Keon Wisdom.
98-84. Try to get it ahead. Finds Matthews. Alley-oop! And the Trojans put down another one. Will Tong on the other end.
That pass was extremely late, but because Tong is such an athlete, he stayed up in the air, waited for that pass to get to him, and flushed it with a two-handed punch. Let's go, Josh. Will Tong is establishing himself as a defensive terror.
And he's only a freshman.
I can't believe it. There's no way. This guy has been playing like he's been playing in the ACAC for years on end. You love what you're seeing from him. Great start to the season.
Masters comes in. And into the final minute here. Trojans trying to defend this court. And so far have done a good job of it. And another foul. That one will be against Junior. That's his 4th. And back to the line we go. Will Tong, we talked about him, Jermaine. What a great season home debut for Will Tong this afternoon.
Yeah, a chance now for the home crowd to see what they've got here in the 6'9" freshman. And obviously they've got a rim running specialist. They've got a defensive, hard-nosed player that will not give up. But most importantly, when the lights are brightest, in the fourth quarter, he's going to be on the floor doing what he can to make sure his team gets the dub.
He shot 80% from the field in this game. He's got a double-double with 17 and 10 and multiple blocks and multiple steals.
Man, unbelievable talent, Josh, is Will Tong. Definitely a Trojan's life.
Here's Rowe. Pump fake there, didn't like what he had. Moeller for three, can't get it to go. He had such a hot hand to start off. Mack gets denied by Amon Walker. Junior goes up, and Kowal will pick up his second foul. I think we have a technical foul against Red Deer.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Maniluk on that one. A little bit too much John. He thought he got touched up on that three-point attempt, letting the official hear about it. Fortunately, one word too many. Got himself 18.
And Manlock will pick up the foul there. So Mack letting some frustration show through here. That's about Will Tong on the bench getting all the love from his squad, and rightfully so for the freshman. You know, I know that Marcus had an outstanding game, but you know, with what we've seen from the Trojans coaching staff in the past, Will Tong is the kind of guy that seems to be getting a player of the game, and I wouldn't be shocked if it is Will Tong that gets the player of the game for the Trojans.
Yeah, intangibles are celebrated here at SAIT, Josh. Definitely, when you're doing the things, and obviously Will Tong did his thing to show up in the stat sheet when you're talking about the points, 17 and 10, real light work. So many great hard hat intangible plays. That's what's going to give him the love he needs, and great home debut for him.
Who you liked for Red Deer? I know Effie had a great game in just 22 minutes. He put up 19 and 2 rebounds, but I think through the game, Junior, the big man from Brazil, really proved himself as well.
Yeah, he stayed on the game, pretty much played the entire first half, Josh, and most of the second half as well. They definitely relied on him to be a pillar, and he was that. You saw him do his thing when it came to offense and defense, so wouldn't be surprised if he gets POG as well. Ooh.
LeRae gets blocked from behind, but it's a foul against Junior with 10.7 left. So he'll get a chance to try to score here.
Goodness, Jaden Matthews taking Mauro Barraza out for a little bit of 1-2 step, dancing back and forth with the snatch back. Unable to get it to go was Bernardi, but now he's got a chance for 2 here with 10.7 left to get finally in the scorer's ledger.
Every single Trojan will score in this one except for Jaw. Jaw's the only one that will not get on the score sheet, but every single Trojan did put up a shot in this game.
Man, you love to see it, Josh. Despite going 0 for 2, though, Abu Jah did his thing with more intangibles as well, as he found himself in the right spot, getting hands some passing lanes, fitting right in to this very athletic SAIT Trojan squad.
Yes, he did. Trojans hitting the century mark in this gym again. And then McCasey will come in and give a big applause to 30 points from Marcus Masters, along with multiple dimes and rebounds. Rowe pops for the 3, can't get it to go. LeRae gets the rebound, and you can put it in the win column. The SAIT Trojans continue the win at the Jack Simpson, just like they did a few months ago, and split the weekend series with the Kings 1-1.
Yeah, SAIT Trojans were starting to get real comfortable here at the Jack, Josh. Really starting to make things their own, you know. Sitting down on the couch, looking in the fridge, starting to act like this is their home, as once again, they have done their thing here on their quote-unquote home floor with a great home debut here for the 2023 season.
The SAIT Trojans will move to 1-1, splitting the series with Red Deer. Both teams giving it to the other team on each other's home courts. Big win for the Trojans to let people know, hey, we're still here to defend the crown.
They sure are, Josh. Big dogs on campus. Everyone knows it. As I said at the beginning, lots of new faces, but same old expectations. Feeling that here, making sure to bounce back after the win.
And now we wait for our players of the game. And thank you, everyone, for watching ACAC TV, powered by Wordplay on this broadcast.
Number 11,
And Effie does get it, and well-deserved. Like I said, in 22 minutes, put up 19 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, came out of the gates like gangbusters, Josh. A couple quick threes in transition, put it on the floor as well, got to the hoop. Great game there as Ayamu takes home a well-deserved POG.
He will be forced to reckon with in the ACAC this year. Look to see him in some all-star teams.
Number 0,
You put up 30 points, you're going to probably get player of the game. Marcus Masters gets it, and there was a copious amount of opportunity and players to pick from the Trojans, but they go with Marcus and that 30-piece he dropped.
Absolutely, Josh. I can't think of a more fitting picture of him sitting on the bench at the beginning of the fourth quarter, getting taped up, getting armored up like a knight, getting ready to go into battle on his quote-unquote Trojan horse, if you will.
There you go.
Goes in, turns it on, locks it in the fourth. Great game for him.
And cue the trumpets because he came in as the closer, as he so often does. And the State Trojans pick up a victory, 1-1 on the year, as they win this one 104-86, led by 30 points from Marcus Masters.
Yeah, great showing, Josh. You know Marcus Masters was going to bring it, and bring it he did here in his home debut. Got to say, it's a different style of play than we're used to seeing from the State Trojans, Josh. Completely different look, but one thing remains the same. That's effectiveness, and they're doing that here. Despite the loss earlier on the season, great bounce back here today.
And shouts to Charlie Connor and Wyatt Houks picking up their first win as assistant coaches.
Oh, got the college shirts on now, this Chuck Burner. No more long-range free throws and 3 points in transition. Now he's going to have to do his playing from the bench, if you will. That's a great spot to have him if you can't have him on the floor.
For Jermaine J.C. Cummings, I'm Joshua Adam William. Over that, shouts to our producer Rob and everyone for their hard work on the broadcast. Until next time, thank you for watching ACAC TV powered by Wordplay. Trojans win 104-86. Until next time, folks, cheers and enjoy the games, people.